How's it going? Welcome back to vanbuild number 4. And this is what it looks like. But before I give you a tour, I'm gonna jump back to 1 month ago when the boys of the Silkerbooth team helped me out to achieve all this, so that we could go 2 weeks to France almost, and then I had to be back for work, and I've done 2 weeks kind of work and, you know, the short film as in my last video. So yeah, I got time finally to proceed with my vanbuild videos, and so yeah, let's take you back to pretty much 1 month ago. Yeah, right, this is my view right now. Currently, I am doing this ceiling up there above the driver's seat and the passenger seats, so we can put the cover back in it, and then that is all done. Alright, so I'm just gonna show you the ceiling first. Everything looks very neat. They put the Armor Flex, which is the insulation that I bought, they put it really nice all between those gaps. Alrighty, so everything is in the front now, and I've got a bit of space back here to show you what we actually did. Well, you've seen the floor and the cable management, so yeah, I can't really show you much of the floor because obviously there's lots of stuff on it. It looks very good, you've seen it in the video. On the side here, we've got a sheet of wood of kind of watertight timber. I think it's multiplex, I don't know what you'd call it, whatever. So we've got this sheet of wood on the side here, it's the bottom one, and on there it's going to come a lot of electronics. So we've got a bit of a bigger box built here, hopefully by tomorrow, where the electronics is gonna sit in. And yeah, we've got a nice little mounting bracket there, and it's bolted in with, I don't know, 8mm screws. And another thing that we kind of did to the very end was to put in this bed. We didn't really talk about it much. Well, we didn't put it in yet, but we've got the frame. We had to cut off the sides so that it actually fits in here. And it's a tip that I got on Instagram of a dude, and he told me that you can actually cut off the sides and it's a perfect length. And you can get these for free, and you just have to put in like these side brackets. I actually bought them so that they were too small. So we put a bit of timber in between and bolted it in with like 8mm screws as well, as you can see here. So the bed is gonna just lay on there. It's gonna be bolted in. You see, we stuffed up here a little bit. We put in the vent. That is awesome. You can see these long ones are actually bolted in the same way as the other ones, and the side ones are just screwed in, and everything is covered between the wood and the metal with this small Armor Flex tape. It's like 3mm thick, and you can just use it for everywhere where the wood is gonna land on the metal. See, in between here, Armor Flex. So that is a wicked frame that one of the boys did. Yeah, it's just perfect to just, now we can just bolt in all the time here, and I can just, like, 2 boys were actually hanging on this one, so they are really, really strong. They hold a lot of stuff, which is very nice. And we've got one in the back here too. Yeah, rightio. So now you've got a bit of an overview of what happened last weekend. And you know, I've already done the ceiling up front. I've insulated that, so I put everything back in. It is now done, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully gonna get the ceiling done and maybe even the wall covers, and then we're almost ready to head off for a small little holiday trip, just with a bed and the ceiling and maybe a fridge. Hopefully we get it done, because we are thinking of going the next Sunday. So not tomorrow, but the Sunday after is the time I'm thinking of already heading off, because we don't really have a lot of time. I have to be back end of July for work again. It's all a bit hectic now. So I'm really glad that I got the help of the boys tomorrow for the 3rd day. So awesome, and hopefully I kind of manage it to get the van done within the next week. I'm gonna cut towards me working today, and then I'll see you tomorrow when we're gonna do the rest of the van, the rest of everything. We're gonna get everything done. No jokes. right here, the battery is finally here. It is just in time for our vacation that we're gonna go on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, depends on when we're gonna finish the build, at least, you know, the rough finish. And I'm very stoked that it finally arrived, because it took them, I think, 3 to 4 weeks, even though they said it's gonna take 2 to 4 days until they ship it. And so I'm happy it eventually came here, because I did buy it from another seller too, and said I'm gonna cancel this order, but they just said, oh, it's already shipped, it's too late. So I had to cancel the other order, and you know, like, I received it now, which is very nice. Yeah, so much for the struggle with the battery. It is now here, and we paid a shit ton of money for it, but it's gonna be worth it. It's a lithium battery, and I'm very keen to see how it's gonna perform. I only had an AGM battery before in my other van, so I'm very keen. And finally I can, you know, get going with the battery setup. We can, you know, I have to still build the fuse box where everything is gonna sit, all the electrical parts, but yeah, very keen to finally switch on some lights in here. And as I said, we'll be going to, you know, a holiday next week, so we're just gonna build it out in like a rough kind of fashion way. Maybe we're gonna finish the walls, hopefully, and finish the bed and the electrical system, so that we can just, you know, start driving, even though there's not much, like not a kitchen or any seats in there, but maybe we can figure something out what else we can put in. We'll be heading off soon, so we need to have this place finished, because right now it looks like a mess. I'm working the whole day, I'm coming home and I'm going straight in the van and, you know, like trying to get something done, but sometimes I'm just too buggered. I still got the weekend, but you know, like, can only get so much done. So Sunday and Monday is going to be a little bit of building before we head off, and hopefully I can finish some videos too. It's always this struggle with working for work, for YouTube, you know, videos, and then the van.
Warte mal. Ja, das an. Mach mal Licht. Er braucht ein bisschen vielleicht zum Hochfahren. Aber probier's. Oh! Nicht no way. Oh! Hammer!
Hammer!
Hau mal aus. Und wieder an.
Richtig gut. Mach mal Francisco. Mach mal Strohlicht. Mach mal Ventilator. Ventilator!
Ja! Oh, der Ventilator war da. Welcher ist das? Mach mal ein bisschen doller, wenn es leichter die Sicherung ganz zu gehen.
Alrighty, so that was everything we've done before we headed off to France. I've taken a little bit of a break, you know, in France I didn't take any videos, so I can't really show you anything right now, apart from that one day, because we've actually taken some timber along to finish up this piece back there, and I've made this small little time lapse, you know, while we kept on building in the middle of the holiday. And yeah, it was very hot. It is super hot right now too, but why am I so dark? So it was super hot in the holiday when I done the build, but it was kind of fun too to just, you know, out in nature, just build your van. I wanted to give you a bit of a tour what we've done and, you know, kind of like show you what we did to achieve this kind of a framework of the van. And I'm gonna dig in deeper in like the bed and stuff in different videos, or maybe the electric a little bit more, but to just give you an overview of how it looks like right now and what we've done so far. Alrighty. See, this carpet is only in here because we've used it for the short film. Yeah, we've got cables coming out everywhere, so it is very much just a framework for everything. But yeah, this is just, don't mind this, you know, like as you've seen already, we've got the whole ceiling done, which is awesome, and the walls. Not quite all the way to the floor, but you know, the most important stuff is done. You probably haven't seen the bed yet, so there we go. What I really like about it is that we don't have anything underneath. You see, I can just do everything under here. So yeah, the bed is awesome how it is right now. The only downside for me, it is a bit too short. I have to lay, you know, like with a bit of an angle to fully stretch out my feet, which is alright, I guess, but maybe nothing for the next build. So yeah, the bed is pretty awesome. We do have sheets for that, just not on here right now. Bit of a detail, got these cutouts on the sides, which you might have noticed on the time-lapse builds when we've done the van. Yeah, just a tiny bit of insulation between the metal and this one here. And so this is just a 3mm piece of timber, and yeah, it makes for a good cutout for your feet and head, just for a little bit more space. Looks pretty good. Very happy. All the walls and the top part is probably gonna get painted somehow. Yeah, what else can I show you? Ow! Shit. I can proudly present to you my awesome battery box. I can probably fit 2 of the ones I bought in there, but I only got 1 so far, and I'm gonna do like a proper electrical showcase video sometimes in the future, but I just wanted to show you how it all ended up. I wanted to have this as a mountain bracket for that one, and yeah, that's it pretty much. But this is the battery box. We've got the fuses on the other side, the fuse box, and yeah, here we're gonna have the DC to DC charger and the solar MPPT controller sometime in the future. But I really like how it turned out to be. I can always access this one from the top, and who knows what I'm gonna do here, but you know, like I said, I have to insulate these bits and, you know, put wood on top and all that kind of stuff. It's just awesome that I can sit under my bed. What we did at the end was to put 1 bit of timber on top of that, because this angle thing was not enough to hold the bed. It would have been like slowly bending downwards, so I thought I might, you know, there's this wood bit behind, and I thought I'm just gonna have this bit of wood on top. Now you can see, so that bit of wood is here just to, you know, even out the weight that is just sitting on this one here and that one, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. Rightio, it's getting a bit hot in here, so I'm just gonna leave it there. I think I showed you everything off the van. There's lots of stuff to come, but this is a very good base, a very good framework for everything to sit on top and build it in. This is it for now, and I hope you like this video. Let me know what you're missing and what I can feature in the next one. Till then, see ya. Bye.